What is going on, Toilet Tribe? How you doing this afternoon? George coming to you with a quick bathroom break. Being the resident Miami Dolphin fan on the Toilet Titles team, I felt that it was appropriate to come on, do a quick little show about how I feel about the Dolphins and the punishment that was handed down by the NFL today. So if you have not heard, the NFL has wrapped up its investigation into the Miami Dolphins. They were investigating the complaints made by former coach Brian Flores about purposely losing games, purposely tanking, offering him $100,000 per game to lose. There was allegations about player and coach tampering as well that were uncovered, and the NFL has come down with the hammer on the Miami Dolphins. They completely found the allegations by Brian Flores of tanking unfounded. They said that the comments were made, but it was not anything that was actually an official offer, and that there was no tanking by the Miami Dolphins in the 2019 season to better their draft pick. And what they cited was a couple of wins at the end of the year against the New England Patriots and against, I believe it was the Carolina Panthers, that drastically hurt the Miami Dolphins draft position. So they said that it didn't make sense for them to go out and win those games if they were purposely tanking, which is true. So the tanking allegations, those were false. But they did drop the hammer on bringing coach tampering. Miami Dolphins reached out to Tom Brady when he was with the New England Patriots in 2020, I believe it was. And again in 2021, they had him on the infamous yacht incident where they had Tom Brady out on the yacht and were trying to get him to come to Miami. Those were absolutely true. Miami did player tamper, and the NFL found them guilty of that. They also found them guilty of trying to tamper with former Saints head coach Sean Peyton. Miami wanted to bring in Sean Payton this past offseason. They had reached out to him. Him being Sean Payton and Tom Brady both have the same agent. So they went through the agent to get a hold of Sean Payton to gauge his interest on coming over to Miami to be the coach of the Dolphins prior to us hiring Coach Mike McDaniel. NFL came down hard on us. I ain't going to lie. They, as you can see at the bottom of the screen there, they fined us a first-round draft pick in the 2023 draft. We also lost a 2024 third-round pick. The owner, Stephen Ross, has been suspended and also fined $1.5 million. Personally, I don't believe the owner being suspended is a big deal at all. I don't believe the fine that they're imposing on Stephen Ross is a big deal at all either. Stephen Ross, if you don't know him, he's a billionaire with a B. He's got plenty of money. The $1.5 million, that's equivalent to us dropping $10 in a parking lot somewhere. It's absolutely not a big deal to him. He'll pay the fine. He'll move on. It's not a big deal. He's suspended from the team, I guess, and I think it's to the middle of October or September. That's not not going to affect the team. There's people in place to run the team when he's not there. He doesn't really have a hands-on day-to-day operation. It's not like it's Jerry Jones where he dubs as the GM or anything like that. So it's not a big deal. Those draft picks are going to hurt, especially the first rounder next year. And the reason why that's going to hurt is Miami Dolphins was one of five teams that had multiple first-round draft picks next year. Now we only have one. We still have the San Francisco 49ers, but the reason why it hurts is if Tua is not the quarterback Dolphins think he is, they were planning on using the 2 first-round draft picks that they have next year to either trade away for a proven veteran quarterback or to trade up in the draft to draft one of the top quarterbacks in next year's quarterback-heavy draft class. That has been taken away from us. Now we only have the 49ers first-round draft pick. So they won't have as much ammunition to move up into the first round if they wanted to, or to trade away next year for a proven veteran quarterback. So that definitely is going to hurt. What that ultimately does is it puts even more pressure on Tua, who I personally believe has the most pressure on him of any quarterback right now in the NFL. This is a 100% make it or break it season for Tua. That team is stacked. It is talent-wise, it is a top 10 talent-wise team in the NFL. The pressure is 100% on Tua. There will be no excuses. If he can't stay healthy, that's going to be held against him now. There's no excuse. If the team does not make the playoffs, there's no excuse. The owner and Stephen Ross, he wants to win. He wants to win now. He will do whatever it takes to win. He is not getting any younger. He wants to win a Super Bowl. He's come out and said this. That is his legacy. He wants to leave is to bring another Super Bowl to Miami. So he will do whatever it takes to include tamper with other teams' players and coaches. Now, I'm not going to come down on them as hard as the NFL did for tampering. I believe tampering happens across the NFL via multiple teams. I don't believe the Dolphins are the only team that went out there and, quote, tampered with players or even coaches, to be honest. But I think they got caught. And being that they got caught, the NFL should have come down hard on them. And so I won't hold it against the NFL for making an example of the Miami Dolphins. I don't believe they're the only team that does this, but I do believe they got caught, and I think the punishment absolutely fits what they got caught doing. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. That's kind of where we're at right now. Join us later today. Myself and Nino will be doing a Twitter Spaces where we'll be talking about this, Deshaun Watson, camp battles, injuries, stuff like that. But until then, we'll talk to you later. Fins up. Come on, let's go Miami.